Welcome back to another episode of DB Sports with myself, Joel, NFL Edition. So we just had week 4. Let's talk about it and let's recap week 4. Okay, so we had New England Patriots going against the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers winning 30-13. It was a pretty good little game right there. Brock Purdy looked very good. He looked very good at how he's doing a whole lot of movements. We had a couple little rough patches in there. Some of those flags that we were doing, it wasn't looking very good, but we did pretty good. So we had Denver Broncos versus the New York Jets. Denver Broncos winning 10-9. It was a very close game throughout the whole game. They really couldn't score. Both teams were struggling to score. Aaron Rodgers and them had their chance at the end of the game, but couldn't pull it off with the field goal to win the game. We had the Minnesota Vikings winning 31-29 to the Green Bay Packers. That one was a really good game. Minnesota Vikings, who are out here surprising the world right now with how good they are with Sam, former Niner. Jordan came back, but the Green Bay Packers couldn't put it off. We had the New Orleans Saints versus the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons winning 26-24. That one was a really close game. Falcons were doing very good for the most part. Saints tried to do a little late rally in the end, but just couldn't pull it off. We had the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay winning 33-16. Philadelphia just didn't look like they were in it at all. For whatever odd reason, they just weren't in it. They were struggling a lot in this game. We had the Cincinnati Bengals over the Carolina Panthers, 34-24. Carolina had that good week last week. But no, Cincinnati finally got their first win. Cincinnati looking like Cincinnati. Now, can we see Burrow continue it? Because he's been struggling a lot this year, especially with that O-line. The O-line is not very good at all, but that's kind of Joe Burrow's career with that team. We had Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Texans. Texans winning 24-20. Jacksonville had the lead for the most part until the Texans came back in the end. Jacksonville is another team that was a playoff team that had a lot of potential, and they're struggling this year too. So I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year. So even though there'll be a lot of new teams this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Indianapolis Colts. Colts with the win, 24-7. Steelers finally losing. I don't think they should put Russ in. I believe they say maybe by this week Russ should be cleared. I don't think they should. They should keep it the way it is just because they lost. It was a close game. They came back in the end, almost won it. There's the Los Angeles Rams versus the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears pulling off the win 24-18. LA Rams do not look good this year. Losing their star Darnold, I guess, was such a big part for them. They do not look good this year. They also have two receivers. The two best receivers are out, but Rams don't look good this year. Washington Commanders over the Arizona Cardinals, 42-14. That Washington team looking good right now. They're looking like the number one team in the division. They look very good. They completely came into Arizona and just put an ass whooping to them. But it was a very good game. Cleveland Browns versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders winning 20-16, putting an ass whooping on the Browns. They just kept on hitting Watson over and over. That's a team that looks like that has the potential with the Las Vegas Raiders. Is that team right there that acts like that. They just always find a way to mess it up, though. So We'll see what the Las Vegas Raiders got this year, but that's how they really should look every week. We had the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Kansas City Chiefs winning 17-10. They struggled a little bit in the beginning. Chargers had so many injuries, but Chiefs putting off the win. Late night game, we had the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens just putting an ass whooping, 35-10 over the Buffalo Bills. So they're in a 2-game winning streak. And little Baltimore is finally playing the way they're playing. I know Henry had over 189 yards carrying that ball. They should give him to him one more time. But that was a really, really good game right there. Baltimore finally looking like Baltimore. And then today, for Monday, we have Tennessee Titans versus Miami Dolphins. Most likely Tennessee Titans should be winning that one. Seattle 3-0, Seattle Seahawks versus 2-1 Detroit Lions. I want Detroit to win that one. I don't think the Seattle will win that. But I got Detroit Lions. But that is my recap of week 4. Later on this week, you will see my video for week 5's predictions. So, thank you guys very much.